What's going on, everyone? ANCAP24 here from playbook.gg, and today I want to teach you a little bit of a blocking trick that I use when it comes to compressed sets when your tight end is not attached to the offensive line. Now, if this is the first time checking out our channel and you want to win more games playing Madden, hit that subscribe button below. Don't forget to also click that bell icon to make sure you never miss any of our videos. Alright guys, so the type of formations I'm talking about are the gun tight flex, gun cluster, ones which the tight end are basically classified as a slot receiver. So when I look at this formation, what you can see is that your tight end is not next to the offensive tackle. And in this situation, you do not have the ability to go ahead and block them. Now, I want to show you this blocking trick that I use for gun tight, and it gives you the opportunity to get more blockers on the field. If you go ahead and you max protect, you have the ability to start motioning players and get them to be blocking assignments after you've max protect. It's kind of like the trigger, okay? Now, every formation is different, and every formation basically changes the way the blocking is, but I'm going to kind of go over what gun tight flex is. If you take the tight end and you motion him to the left, you can motion him back to the right, and he basically will turn into a blocker. Okay, so that's his particular assignment. With the X and the Y, if you just motion them over once, they'll become blockers. See how he became a blocker? So in this situation, I could have easily left Gage on the ability to block that way, right? Now, on this situation, I can take Julio and I can move him over, and he's a blocker. So I can use as many blockers or as little blockers as I want with this and be able to do it. Now, with this formation, the B receiver does not allow any type of blocking, right? So he can go this way with it, and he can go back, and he still remains a receiver, okay? Want to make sure you see that you can't block everyone on this formation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset this and kind of give you a little bit more of an understanding. If I move the player, I go max protect, and I move the players to the outside, it does not matter. See how I move that guy to the outside? If I move him back in, we're fine, right? Now, if I move this guy to the outside, after I max protect, actually he can't go to the outside. So he only goes to this side. Now, I want to make sure that I explain why and how this can be effective, right? So say you're going against somebody that you want to do a cover 3 bomb, and you know that this player is going to get over the top, the B receiver, but you don't have enough time. What you can do is set up your bomb play where I move Gage over, then I move him back, and the reason why I move him back is because I got a running back on the right side. And then I can go ahead and set this up to where I put this guy on, say, a smart route to comeback, something like this. Well, we've just made ourselves a lot better pass protection. You can see that we're getting the double team to the left, and now you're going to have the ability to kind of bomb this guy over the top for the one-play score, right? So using this type of motion can help you out when it comes to setting your blocking assignments. It's not always about a bomb, right? It could be something to where, say, wide receiver cross. Right? Say you want to make sure that you've got the ability to have the blocking scheme, set up for yourself. You can do something where maybe they're doing an overload to the right side with their defense. Maybe they're I'm trying to get these guys over here, and they're blitzing this side really heavily, right? And you want to make sure that you've got the ability to stop it. Then you can just move this guy over after you've max protect. See, I didn't max protect, but once I max protect, it'll work out. See how this works there? And now you just got the ability to block the right side of the field for yourself, making sure that you've got the ability to now throw it to this player for the easy completion, right? So using this blocking method, max protecting and motioning in tight formations make it work. Now we're just going to flip the team here and basically talk about gun cluster, okay? So all I'm going to do is flip sides here once I get these guys here. And I think I have to run a play, so let's just pick any play here. And we'll just go pick quick slant, pick this, and we're just going to throw the ball away, okay? So what we're going to do here, I don't know if I picked the right play. All right, we did. Okay, so let's talk about gun cluster now. Gun cluster is one of those formations that was new in Madden 20, something that a lot of people were excited about, but then fell out of favor with it because it doesn't really have the best ability to block. Now, let's go ahead and talk about it, right? So I'll do dime DB Fire 2 just to show it, and we'll do something like mesh post, okay? So with this, we're going to set up the blitz, and you know that if these guys are blitzing heavy, you're going to have a really hard time picking up anything, and you really only have 2 seconds to basically make a decision. You're sending out 4 players. It doesn't matter really what your blocking scheme is. You catch this, these guys are coming in, and now you've got basically you're done, right? You need more blockers on the field, or you got to have more ability to throw the ball quickly. The problem with compression sets when it comes to throwing the ball quickly is that all the players are basically towards the middle of the field where a user can cover more than one player at a time. That's why a lot of times you want spread sets when you don't want to block as many, right? So to make this more viable, what we're going to do is we're going to use the blocking technique. Now with this formation, and I want to make sure that you know that all formations are created different, I can max protect. I could take Clay, I can motion him to the outside, and then I can motion him back in, and he's become a blocker, right? Or I can take Bird, I can motion him to the other side. He becomes a blocker. I can motion him back, he'll stay a blocker. Now the outside two players are not affected at all. You know, basically Kirk can go right, Kirk can go left. It does not matter. He won't change his route. Same thing with Fitzgerald. Okay, so say something like this where we want to do a high-low read, and we want to do something to where we're doing it against, you know, this is mesh post. We can do it this way. We can do it this way. It doesn't matter what we do, right? Something to where we want to block everybody and still have some viable options on the field where the user really can't cover more than one person. We're going to do something like this. We're going to be able to block everybody. And what you're going to see here is get yourself the easy catch, right? And this is going to be something that you're going to like when it comes to setting things up just like bunch, right? This is bunch. I can move Clay over to the left. I can move Clay back to the right. Yes, it does take a little bit longer, but if you've got yourself, you know, your setups already, now you're moving this guy over, you're good, right? It's no different than flipping a play. You know how many times you see pros that flip their formations back and forth? All you're doing is with one player. That way you can set up your ability to block people, and now you've got the ability to basically dot up people as you use it. It's really a trick to help you be able to block as many or as little as you want. If somebody wants to, you know, send 8, and honestly, I've seen players that send 9, and really it's annoying, but they send 9, and you need to be able to block it just enough time to get a route off, right? So you do something like this to where they're sending everybody, right? And something like this, and they're using this guy. Well, you have the ability here to move one guy over, block it, you know, and basically move another guy over and block it. So now you've got basically a 8-man protection, plus you've got your quarterback and 2 players, and you can do something where, you know, say a lot of times they're doing this, they're in man-to-man. So, you know, you basically have the ability to, you know, basically beat your guy on crossing routes, right? Something like this. So if you do something like that, and this player here is just going to be a user, you have the ability to block 8, and now you're just waiting on which crossing route you want to hit, right? So I want to make sure that you see why this is viable and why it's something that you can use if you like the tight formations. I have a tight formation in the Bucs playbook. I use this trick all the time when I want to try to change things up in order to basically get more blockers on the field for myself in order to pick up protection. So just wanted to bring you the blocking trick. Maybe it'd help you guys if anybody's in cluster or tight, gun tight, that you want to make sure that you've got more blocking on the field. Use this. You'll be a better player for it, and definitely open up your playbook to allow you to get more deeper routes in this formation when they send pressure. Now, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and make sure you check out these videos below for the most helpful Madden tips. If you're looking to learn from the best players in the world, head over to www.playbook.gg for the most detailed game plans in Madden.